What we're looking at on the corner kick in the Newcastle Arsenal game at the beginning, Arsenal decided to pass the ball shortly, obviously instead of crossing it in immediately. What Newcastle seems to have been working on and practicing is what I call defensive integrity. In other words, if you follow that line, you know what's going on here is these players are lined up and going to trap anybody that's caught off sides, and it's working. I mean, Newcastle's got a guy there, um, and the Arsenal guy's trapped behind him. So that is important to me. You want to kind of pay attention to little details like that. I'm a defensive minded person myself, so I will say that I have been very disappointed in the defensive integrity in the past. And in this particular case, I still question why we don't have players, that are unnecessary. Like maybe this guy's covering the near post, so I don't need both of these guys. I need somebody to step up here. I'm all about intercepting passes on defense, right? So this guy, he needs to come here. This guy is already going to block that pass. Perhaps that's a distraction, but if I'm this guy, I don't need two guys there, especially if there's a guy going to shoot here and a guy going to shoot here. So right now, I'm not happy with the incentive, or what I would call the proactiveness of the defender. I don't need six guys on the defensive line. Four is enough. This guy should see. I want to intercept this pass. This guy's going to intercept that pass. This guy wants to come out here. That's all I got to say. Okay, so we talked about defensive integrity, and it looks like this is it's working out. The defense is inching its way forward. You see, player here, here. They're still in the line. You see the line. There may be one guy that was caught back. Now, if you'll notice, we're still trying to talk about the potential of blocking shots. So this guy kind of is heading in the right direction. This guy is okay, but there's too much distance separating these defenders, all of whom have pushed up except for him. So this guy needed to come here. This guy probably wanted to come over here. This guy probably wanted to come over here. And again, the integrity is okay. They've all taken a couple yards up to the edge of the 6-yard box. But if an offside trap's going to work, you can't really do what this guy did, which was be a little slow, and unfortunately that's what has happened. Let's go to the next slide so we may continue. So now this is better. This is better. You see, the guy that was off sides has stepped up. This guy has actually started running in the direction of where you can cause an obstacle. But perhaps he's been caught ball watching, because although he's moving, you'll notice the ball has left. It's gone down here. I mean, you couldn't ask for a better shot. Like if I'm this guy, I'm thinking here, right? In any event, what Newcastle has done is caught ball watching, and then these guys really haven't done enough. This guy has just managed to catch up. This guy has stood still, as though he's more concerned with, what you call like referential integrity, meaning he just wants to copy, he just wants to stay in the center of the midfield because he's considering himself the center midfield. That's really unprofessional. I mean, that's dropping the ball. You see the guy is here. He's inching his way up into shooting. You need to be at least moving in this direction, because there's nobody here. There's nobody here, and that's really what's gotten the fans upset. Okay, so this guy continues, but his movement is more like horizontal along this like defensive line, not vertical. This guy's managed to stay here. Like what are you doing? There's no man to mark. These guys can't keep up with the defensive line here. All these guys would be offside if they had all stayed on that line, including him. So these guys have just decided, well, we're not going to worry about the offsides trap because this guy may loft it over our heads. That's not thinking. That's inaccurate. In either case, if you hold that defensive line, you're distracting this guy because at least he has to think about it. He has to, if you've got everybody lined up, he's got to think about the cross. Instead, he's just thinking shot, because there's nobody's going to blame him for shooting since nobody's covering him. These guys have been moving horizontal, like, instead of vertical. Like, see these lines? They've been there the whole time. This guy shouldn't be worried about the offsides trap because he should be aware that these idiots have stayed there, and he stayed there the entire time. Now, okay, that needs work. I like the improvement for defensive integrity, but not, not covering your man is really pub league. I could have done better. I could have done better. I would have fucking moved right there. I would have stolen the ball and I would have driven at least to this point. That would have been, fun for me.